Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I'm ElleHattie and today I'm going to be showing you 12 uses for washi tape in your bullet journal. If you're at all like me, you probably have a very large collection of washi tape, so this is a great way to make sure we're using lots of different designs in our bullet journals every week. I hope you've got a cup of tea and let's get started. So our number one use for washi tape in our bullet journal is using it to help us with our titles. There's lots of different ways you can do that. You can use it for borders, you can use it to sort of add emphasis. I like to keep my washi tape in keeping with my theme for each week. So if I was doing a cherry blossom theme, for instance, I have this really gorgeous cherry blossom theme here as well. I think this is a really nice way to add more colour onto a page, more patterns and designs, and also I'm just a sucker for washi tape and I think it's so beautiful and I just want to use it. So, there's that as well. So yeah, I'm just showing you a couple of different ways that I personally do titles using washi tape. There are so many out there. There are incredible bullet journalers out there who have done really imaginative things, but here I'm just showing you a few simple ones. My second way of using washi tape in your bullet journal is actually to use it in your monthly log spreads. Each month I choose a theme and then I do sort of a monthly overview, often with a grid calendar just for jotting things down that I need to remember, appointments, birthdays, all of those kind of things. And I sometimes use washi tape to help me sketch out the calendar instead of just drawing grid boxes. So as you can see here, I am sketching out using two different patterned washi tapes. They're very simple, they're very understated, and it creates quite a minimalist look, which I really like, because I think sometimes calendar pages can get a little bit crowded because often you have to get lots of notes down there. So I think this is a really simple, minimalist way of doing that. I'm just going in, adding in the numbers so I know which box is which, and then I'm just adding a little doodle on the side just to finish off the page. And for my number 3 way of using washi tape in your bullet journal, it's not only good for monthly spreads, you can use it in your weeklies as well. So here I'm just sketching out one of my favourite setups for a weekly spread. I'm just sketching out boxes for each of the days across the 2 pages, and then I add a task box on the right as well. And then I tend to try and go in with a washi tape that matches my theme for the month. So if you've seen my June bullet journal setup video, you'll know that my theme this month is all about secret gardens, and I have this really gorgeous ivy washi tape as well. I will put a link down for the video if you are interested, or there's the tag up there in the corner as well. But yeah, I think using washi tape is a really great way to add a little bit of colour if you don't want to do so much doodling, or you just want to give it a little bit of a boost. I love all the different shades of green on this washi tape. I just think it's really beautiful. So I'm going to be going in and using these as a bit of a background for each of my boxes. I'm then going to go in with my pen and write the days and the dates over the top. And this leads me really nicely into my fourth use for washi tape, and that is to use it as masking tape for when you're painting or when you're drawing. I find with traditional masking tape, it's often very tacky and it can take the surface off the paper, or you can sometimes get tears and things in it, which you don't really want. Washi tape is a really good alternative. We all have it because we all love stationery, at least if you're like me, you're a bit of a stationery addict. So I like to use it to frame out the area that I want to paint in or I want to draw in, and just use that so I can get these nice clean edges. Because it is low tack, I'm much less scared about painting directly into my bullet journal now because I use washi tape so much for the masking edges. I've never had much luck with actual masking tape. I'm probably just using the wrong brands or the wrong types or not detacking it enough beforehand, but for me this is a really, really good alternative. So I've just finished up going in with my fineliner, and this is the best bit because you get to have the really satisfying moment of peeling all the washi tape away and seeing those gorgeous straight edges that you wanted. Just look at that, it's so satisfying to me. Okay, moving on to use number 5, and this is all about banners. Washi tape is actually great for creating banners. So I'm just going in and making a little doodle. These is almost like bunting style banners with hanging flags, and I'm using my washi tape just to add a little bit of colour there because I think the designs look really nice. But I'm also going to show you how I make washi tape banners more traditionally. So I make the 2 edge pieces and then I take another longer piece and put it just a little bit above. And then using a fineliner, you can go in and add that depth to make it look really 3D. This works really well if you want a really quick way of making a banner shape and you don't want to spend ages trying to work out all of the curves and things. So yeah, it's a really super quick way, it looks really stylish, and you can do it so the banner is at the top or at the bottom as well. So there's a few different designs that I've just put up there so you can have a look at. For use number 6, it is all about fixing mistakes. Washi tape is essential for this. I stand by that. It's not just me saying it because I love washi tape so much, though that definitely is part of it. But if you're anything like me, I make mistakes in my bullet journal all the time. I spell things wrong, I write the wrong month, I get the dates wrong. There's lots of mistakes I make. So instead of having to start again with spreads, I love using washi tape to help me fix mistakes. So here I'm just writing in weekly plan. I've spelled weekly wrong, which I have done. Please don't judge. So I am using my washi tape simply to cover that up, and then I can go in over the top with another pen. Sometimes you have to layer it up a few times because it can be quite thin washi tape, but I tend to find 2 or 3 layers works best, and then you can go back in and add in your title that's correctly spelled this time. Moving on to number 7, and this one for me is actually a godsend and I use it all the time. So if you're like me, you probably set up a key at the beginning of your bullet journal on one of the first pages, which is great because it tells you all of the codes that you might use, the symbols, all of that kind of thing. However, I find I don't really use it because I have to constantly be flipping backwards and forwards to the key and then back to the page I'm working on and then back to the key, and who has time for that? So washi tape is actually great for creating fold out flaps, especially for something like a key that you want to use quite regularly. So here I've made myself an additional little key, and then what I'm going to do is open up my bullet journal to the first page and use my washi tape to create a fold out flap for it. I'm just flicking through to this month's setup. I have my monthly spread here and I want to put in some events, some tasks I have. So I'm slipping back to the very beginning of my bullet journal and I'm just using my washi tape to create a really simple fold for that key. My 8th top tip for using washi tape in your bullet journal is to use it to edge off important pages in your journal. So for instance, I tend to choose one washi tape per month, which really suits my theme. This month it's all about the secret garden, so I'm using my Ivy washi tape again, and I'm just going to go round the edge of the first page of that month. And then when my diary is closed, I'll be able to see where it is immediately, and it makes it easier to get to that month. I try and do this for lots of my months. If I just flick through, you'll be able to see quite faintly, but I have edged off quite a few of the pages that I use. Moving on to my 9th recommendation for washi tape, and this is actually to decorate the front of your bullet journal with it. I'm using the Scribbles That Matter 160 GSM notebook, which I love, and it's in charcoal, which is a really nice colour, but I think it could use a little pop of colour on the front as well. So I'm using this really gorgeous flower pattern I have in monochrome in blacks and whites, and I'm just using that to add a little bit of colour on the front. And then when I put the strap around it, it just adds a little bit of decoration. For our 10th use for washi tape, this one's actually really fun to do if you have a little bit of extra time. So we all use our bullet journals slightly differently, but one of the most common things to use it for is for our trackers. We might track our mood, whether we're eating our veggies, going to the gym, all of those kind of things. And I'm no different. I use my bullet journal a lot for tracking things. And I thought while we're all in lockdown, it would be really good to track my sleep, to say if I'm having enough, when I'm not sleeping so well, all of those kind of things. So I'm just popping in the title there, and then I'm creating myself a tracker. Basically, all I'm going to be doing is adding in different washi tapes, and the length of the washi tape will correspond to how many hours of sleep I've had. I love this idea. It's great to use all of those washi tapes that you possibly don't have as much use for elsewhere, and it's really nice to get to see lots of different designs appearing as well. You can do it in patterns if you want, stripes. I've done it in a recurring pattern of something like 10 different washi tapes that I wanted to use. I think this is quite a fun and imaginative way of recording things instead of just having to check off things in grid boxes, which is what I normally do. I think it also adds a lot of colour to the page, and I just love the designs as well, so you know, it's win-win all round. Moving on to the penultimate use for washi tape, and that is to use it on your scrapbooking page. I know lots of us keep almost like a brain dump or a scrapbook page each month. For me, it's a space where I can stick in things. As you can see there, I've got a ticket stub from when I went to the theatre. I've got some doodles that I did over on my Instagram, and I'm literally using my washi tape like scrapbooking tape to add them in. This is also really, really useful because, of course, with washi tape, if you don't like it, you want to take something else, it simply peels off, it doesn't damage the page, it doesn't damage whatever you stuck in, and it makes it really easy to move things around if you want to change the design as well. Ta-da! We have made it to our final use for our washi tapes in this video. If you're still with me, thank you so much. I know this is a very long video, so well done for sticking with me all this time. So my final use for washi tape in my bullet journal is to use the patterns on it. Now, I know we all keep trackers. We did a sleep tracker earlier, but I also keep habit trackers each month, and they take a lot of drawing out. I do little calendar boxes generally, and it takes a while. So what I'm going to use my washi tape for this time is so I don't have to do all of that. Now this one's great. It has these tiny little grid boxes on, and all I'm going to do is turn those into my calendars. So underneath I can write what I want to track, and then in the boxes I write out my little calendars. Believe me, this speeds up the process a lot. It takes a long time. Anyone who does trackers in the way of the small little grids will know how long it takes, that it can take a very long time to do, so I'm hoping this will help speed up the process. And there we go, 12 uses for washi tape in your bullet journal. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun going through my washi tape collection, being able to see all the beautiful designs that I have, and being able to use them in lots of creative ways. So I really hope you liked this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like or a comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. I do bullet journaling videos almost every week, lots of different content. This month has seemingly been all about washi tape, so if you do like washi tape, do let me know in the comments below. If you had a favourite washi tape, let me know as well. I always like to hear from you guys. But other than that, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!